In our earlier video, we gave you a complete design overview of the 2026 Tata Punch facelift. Now let's get into the inside of the car and show you what all has changed on the inside of the 2026 Tata Punch facelift. So I'm sitting inside the facelifted 2026 Tata Punch facelift. The first thing that actually strikes you as soon as you sit inside the car is how much visibility is there all around the car. It's very important because 70% of Tata Punch customers are first-time car buyers, and for them, all around visibility is very important. You can see the edges of the bonnet, and you do get that commanding feel, the SUV feel, because this is a height adjustable driver seat. We're sitting in the top end accomplished S Plus trim. This is the very top end trim. This is the turbo petrol engined manual top end trim of the car. So this is basically what you see from the inside. The view outside. And now let's talk about the dashboard itself of the Tata Punch. There's a lot of texturing, a lot of hard plastic, but these are hard wearing plastic, so they're going to age very well. But there's some texturing to basically relieve monotony. So there is this textured finish here, again sculpted dashboard, and there's some more texturing here. And as you come towards the bottom, there is this speckled white a fabric kind of a finish on the dashboard. Again, it's a nice feature to have, and it adds some airiness and a little bit of premiumness to the interiors. But there is one problem that I faced. It can get a little dirty. And the same finish also continues to the armrests of the car. So this is a touch point. So you're going to keep touching. This can actually, this color can actually get dirty and grimy very soon, considering that you're in India. So this is basically some things about the dashboard. And now again, going back into the dashboard, what you'll see is you get this piano black, white finish for the AC vents. These are the surrounds, and the AC vents themselves are rectangular. So look quite minimal. It's a nice finish. You are going to look like looking at the dashboard. It's a nicely finished place. And then the center console, you're going to get this 10.25-inch touchscreen infotainment unit. Wireless Android Auto and Apple CarPlay comes standard on the top end trims, which is a very good thing. And this is your complete infotainment solution. And then as you move towards the driver side, you get a 7-inch driver MID. It displays everything that you need. It's a completely digital unit. I think it's a TFT. You get a tachometer, you get a speedometer, you get TPMS. TPMS comes standard even on the base trim. That is a very good addition that comes on the Tata Punch. Now let's talk about the steering. It's a typical Tata steering. On the top end trims a flat bottom steering. And you also get this piano black finish and an illuminated Tata logo. But what I don't like about this steering is this piano black finish, because this can be a scratch magnet. I can already see this is a brand new car. I can already see so many scratches on it. So this is not something that I really like. But Tata's decided to persist with it across all cars, maybe so that they get the cost equation right. They have persisted with this. But this is something. There's a steering that feels nice to hold, but this part of the steering is something that I don't really like, because the buttons here, the cruise control button, for instance, for the calling button, etc., can fall with your palms when you're actually driving the car. And one more thing I don't really like about the steering is the placement of the horn pad. The horn pad is here. Okay, using the horn pad can get a little cumbersome, because you'll have to move your hand to the horn pad, or you'll have to use your thumb. So that is something that I actually don't like about the steering. I've given Tata this feedback even previous drives. I think they have to fix this eventually. And now let's talk about the stocks. It gets both automatic headlamps as well as automatic wipers. Again, very nice additions. The touch and feel quite nice. And when you use the turn indicators, you also get a blind view monitor on the console. Since you have a 360 camera here, you get this monitor whenever you turn. So that's again a useful feature to have. This is in addition to the ORVMs. It's actually a good thing. Coming down to the center console of the Tata Punch, again, that is a completely redesigned unit. This is a full touch panel here with only 2 analog controls. One is for the blower speed and one is for temperature. Thankfully, they've given you that. Rest, everything is digital. Hazard lamp, you've got your hill descent. You also have your fog lamps, the 360 degree camera. You also have your defogger button. Literally everything, okay, is in the touch panel. I'm not really sure whether I like it, but this is the way it is now in most Tata cars, and they've continued in the facelifted Punch as well. And moving down, what you'll notice is I've placed my phone there. That is your wireless magnetic charger, and the Punch has ambient light for the driver, passenger footwell, and this cavity there. You can see that little light there. That is your ambient light. You also get a USB Type-C in this car, both your regular USB as well as a 65-watt charger port. So again, that is a Type-C unit, and you also have a 12-volt, cigarette a socket. Maybe you can use it again to charge specific kinds of devices. So this is basically the center console for you. Since we're sitting in the turbo petrol Punch, you get a 6-speed Manual gearbox. This is your gear shifter. This is the way it looks like. It's quite a nice shifter to hold. Pretty nice. And then as you move towards the bottom, you see you get a couple of cup holders. I've placed the key of the Tata Punch here, the facelifted model, but you can actually hold a couple of cups. And there's something really interesting here. This is a slidable armrest. So at this price point, a slidable armrest is a really nice feature to have. So Tata has done really well to offer this. And there's a little bit of storage as well. Little bit of storage here. So this is your middle, your center console, the completely redesigned space. Now let's talk about one more space in the car, which is actually the cooled glove box. So as you move here, you'll see this glove box. It's cooled. Cooling function is here. So that is a nice addition to the Tata Punch. It's a nice utility to have. You can actually cool something there, maybe a couple of Cokes. So that's a nice thing to have. Now let's talk about some more bits going on top of the center console. As you move above, what you see is the inner rear view mirror. This gets an auto dimming feature. Again, a nice feature to have. And you also have a sunroof on top, a single panel sunroof, a single pane sunroof. But this sunroof comes with your voice commands. You can actually open and close it using your voice. That's a cool thing to have. That is there on the Tata Punch facelift. Now let's finally talk about the seats themselves. Reupholstered seats, twin tone seats, black and grey, and you have this nice satin finish in between, and the headrests are adjustable. At the bottom of the seats, what you get is this bolsters. You know, these are fixed bolsters. It's just profile bolsters. They're quite nice, especially they offer good under thigh support on longer trips. It's going to be quite enjoyable. So this is basically the front of the Punch cabin for you. A lot of nice bits, some not so nice bits, but all in all, I think it's a big upgrade over the outgoing model. So now let's get into the family space, which is the rear of the Tata Punch, and show you what the rear seat has to offer. As I get into the rear of the Tata Punch, the first thing you'll notice is how wide the doors open. All 4 doors open 90-degree wide, so it's very easy to get in. You literally walk into the car. Once you settle down, this is the seat adjusted to my driving position. What you're going to notice is the beige headliner. They've scooped out the headliner. So basically you have plenty of headroom. Even say somebody who's taller than me, I'm about 5'7", maybe 5'10", 5'11", also can actually fit into the Punch without much issues thanks to this scooping. They've scooped it out. And now let's talk about the amount of space. So this is the seat that's pushed to my driving position. I have plenty of knee room. Absolutely no challenges. Again, they've scooped out the seat back, so that gives you some space, and there's some storage here as well. So there's a little bit of space here. The floor is literally flat, almost flat. So 3 people can technically sit here. It's a reasonably wide, cabin. People like me, 3 people are going to fit, but yeah, it's going to be a squeeze. It's best enjoyed as a 2-seater, but generally in a Punch, the man, his wife, and a couple of kids, that's how this car operates. So for such people, this is going to be more than an adequate space to be in at the rear. Talking about the seats themselves, like the front seats, there is bolstering even at the bottom, and this is a twin tone seat, just like the front seats. You get 3-point seat belts for everybody sitting at the rear, but only the left passenger and the right passenger get adjustable headrests. There's no adjustable headrest in the middle, but what you get in the middle, if you use this as a 4-seater, is you get this nice armrest, but the armrests don't have cup holders. That is a miss, obviously, but that's something only Tata can explain. So this is basically the seats for you. Under thigh support is okay. And now let's look at the utilities for people sitting at the rear. What you get is you get a blower here, okay, and there are 2 sets of vents for either passengers, and you also get a 15-watt USB Type-C charger, and you can actually keep your phone here. There's a small cavity for your phone. So this is basically the rear of the Punch for you. Like on the front, the rear seat also gets this textured speckled finish. Again, it's in white. It's something that can be a little difficult to maintain. What Tata's also done differently is the door handles. I just want to show you this. Now, before there used to be a single door handle for the Punch. Okay, now it's like a split unit. The lock and unlock is a unit on top, and at the bottom is the one that you actually use to open and close the door. So that is something that I wanted to show you. The doors also have the speakers as well as tweeters. There is a tweeter on top, and there's a speaker at the bottom. So that basically wraps up the stereo system for the overall car. So this is the rear space. This is a happy place to be in. Generally, the Punch is bought by first-time car buyers with small families. So you're not going to really complain sitting in the car. It's a nice airy cabin. So let's talk about the boot capacity of the Tata Punch facelift. 360 litre boot. It's quite a deep boot, quite a large boot. You can fit quite a lot of stuff. It's a small cabin hard bag, and this is a large suitcase. Just look at how large this is, and you can actually place it in the Punch. This is the amount of space, and you push the suitcase completely behind. You have some more space for two soft bags. 366 liters in the turbo petrol variant. The CNG trim will have about 210 liters. Again, that's very good for a CNG, and as for this, it's quite good as well, but it's pretty deep, so putting things in and out, it can be a little challenging, but it's, you can't really complain about the boot capacity. A fantastic boot. There's a parcel tray as well, but you can't keep much on the parcel tray because this glass curves, and the whole rear is actually curving. There's very little space to have be had in the parcel tray. But what you can do is to increase space is actually you can tumble down the seats, but it's a single tumble down function. You don't have a 60-40 split, so you'll have to tumble the whole seat, and then you can actually have quite a lot of storage. Overall, the boot of the Tata Punch is more than adequate. It's a reasonably sized boot, so I like the amount of space that the Punch offers in terms of boot as well. So that was a complete overview of the Tata Punch facelift's interiors. A lot has changed, mostly for the positive. It's a happy place to be in. Everybody who's going to buy the Punch is going to appreciate all the little details that Tata has put in to make the Punch facelift more comfortable. But there are some not so good bits as well, but the positives outweigh the negatives. So if you've come up to this, you know what to do. Do let us know what you think about the interiors of the new facelifted Tata Punch in the comments below. And if you like this kind of content, hit that like button, subscribe to Car Talk, and once again, thank you very much for watching.